Uh, Hello, Chris. Do they get their own like action? Like, can they attack on their own, like right after us, like in initiative order? Or how do you want to run that? Or just would it cost us an action to make them attack? Because I've at least have never done mounted combat in D&D.
Well, I think it would be different if it was like a stabled horse or like a war horse or something that's been trained. But yours, I think, is in tune with you. Isn't the language of the spell is that you guys have some kind of bond or understanding? So, and griffins typically are intelligent, while Locris's dragon that he had managed to muster up is also a pretty intelligent creature. So I'm gonna rule that we're just gonna give them turns on your own initiative though. Like at the end of your turn, then you can take your, or maybe if you want to like move with one and do something after that. I'm gonna allow it just because it's not gonna matter. You guys are going down hard. Everybody knows that
yeah.
I'm gonna have to kill those animals first. No.
I mean, we
Yeah, I
all
don't think
know
you're
that you're
gonna.
not going to let this 3.5 year campaign end in a TPK. It's really just a matter of what one character you allow to live, just so it's not a total wash.
Someone has to tell the story.
No, it fully depends on what the dice decide to do. He'll have no problem with it if the dice say we die.
I mean, that is a hell of a way to go out, and maybe campaign 2 is us dealing with the fallout of Nerul taking over the world, so.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to be too worried about my griffin. I can make 2 rend attacks that are +6 to hit, and it's a 1d8 +4 piercing damage. So I don't
Yeah.
think
At
it's not really going to hurt you too much.
At first glance, it looks like it wouldn't matter anyway. Like when you're actually mounted, the only actions that your mount can take are dash, disengage, or dodge. So you'd have to like unmount the griffin and then command it, and even then, it's kind of a wash. So it's really just to get you from point A to point B, or keep you mobile.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Agree
little
all
bit
three.
different. I'm thinking like Pathfinder mechanics where you can give like commands and stuff, and those commands will carry through, but it only applies to certain classes. It's for like if you build a ranger and you want to have like a fucking polar bear that mauls people while you're doing shit.
Or you just
Yeah.
pick up a dragon.
Yeah, it's probably different for a dragon considering your intelligence score is probably higher than 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say I thought of like a lot of things that you guys might like do for like prep for this battle, but summoning a bunch of companions was not on the list of things. I didn't even cross my mind.
Seriously?
Oh.
In a campaign where one guy literally has a harem of donkeys and the other guy has a bunch of pets that he can't keep track of? You didn't think we
No.
were going to bring that into the final battle?
I did not. You guys have not really been a lot of like summoner or conjurer types pretty much the whole campaign. So like didn't even think twice about it.
Well, I mean, that's
I
the
did
whole
think there
reason
was
I
going to be
took
some
True
fuckery.
Polymorph.
The writing was on the walls, man. Blade's been building a donkey army since like the first arc. I don't remember when he got
Nice.
Gibraltar, but it was pretty early on.
And as soon as you said we leveled up, I said I was taking True Polymorph, and it wasn't sure as hell wasn't because I thought I could turn Nate Rule into something.
What did you turn into the dragon, by the way? I think I missed that in the notes.
Just a large stone that was outside.
Ah.
I had
Because
a
you could
nearby
turn.
volcano spew molten rock, and like a large chunk of rock landed on the little island you guys were on. And yeah, then that came back to bite me in the ass a little bit. Very clever. I was not ready for that. Oh shit!
Oh, and a
Lotus
young
landing.
sapphire dragon has an intelligence of 16.
Yeah, so that's smarter than most the like average commoner.
And I think is it 5 or 6? Find greater steed.
All right, so
Oh no, its
thusly
intelligence
assembled, I
becomes 6.
guess. I'm gonna go.
Uh,
I'm gonna grab a beverage real quick, and then we'll get started. Okay. So,
All right. So
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Go
Right
ahead.
before you start, I just got to I got to be and be honest with all of you guys. Last session, I got accidentally way too high at the end of the session, and you were like doing the beautiful description of like the war like unfolding and these portals opening up, and it was like blowing my mind. And I was just like, I'm too afraid to talk because I'm just gonna say something fucking stupid. So I just want to say it was beautiful and thank you so much for this whole thing. So just thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That is the perfect amount of high that you should be every time we play D&D.
I intend to get toasted tonight as this is the final battle. I assume this will probably become a multi-episode battle, given
That
the
depends on you.
severity of it. Well, I mean, that being said, I don't know what Will's plans are, but they did decide because of the heat wave to just cancel production tomorrow. So I am exhausted, but I also don't have to be up at 5 a.m. So my night's kind of open-ended, as long as I can stay conscious. I won't speak for Will, though. He has a newborn.
They're unpredictable, but he's been sleeping good.
Alec, your Griffin has an intelligence of 6, can understand one language, you can speak telepathically to it, and if you cast a spell that targets yourself, you can also have it target the mount as while you're on it. It's a double spell.
Yeah, and
That's
I found
great.
some more information. So, as far as mounted combat goes, there's a controlled mount or an independent mount. So generally, anything with intelligence greater than 5 is considered an independent mount. So on your turn, you can only use its movement, but on its own turn, it can act independently, including attacking. So I guess it would, if that's how you want to go, because you were saying you would just go immediately after me and Lokers, the Griffin and his
Yeah,
dragon.
just so we don't have to mix it up in initiative and kind of bog down combat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it has its own action economy for sure. So, and you guys can use it like at the end or combined with your own turn. Like if you want to I want to fly up and then hit him, that's totally reasonable, etc.
Sounds good. Thank you. Oh, gracious DM.
Don't worry, it won't matter. You'll be dead in a few minutes. Okay, so let's crack this off with that recap. Last session began in the bowels of hell as the party rested and recuperated, oddly enough. And aided by the greatest of greater devils, they were able to seek out either an upgrade to an existing piece of gear or pick an item within this devil's massive item reliquary. After a long rest and some pretty damn impressive battle prep, the devil, with the agreement that none of you ever return, you keep the items and Logos' father's soul is freed. He returns all of you from whence you came, returning to Daanal Wisech, just outside the ruins of the king's city. In its place, a dozen portals spew forth iron soldiers by the 1,000 per second. At their center, over the ruins of the king's castle, a floating globe glows bright white light, resembling very much a fine pearl. Atop this globe, a single man, wielding a scythe and sickle in a dark robe. Nehru. The party sprang into attack with the help from allies across all the realms, getting close up and unleashing and initiating torrents of attacks upon the unflinching god. And that is kind of where we are now. So, top of the round is, of course, Logos with that 30 on initiative. Nicely done. Give me just a second. I'll pop a pick into the feed here.
low-key was hoping you were gonna go back over that entire Avengers scene we had. I was actually reading back through the notes of all the different fucking portals that opened. I was just like geeking the fuck out.
I did write some shit for that. It took me up, I don't know, 5 or 6
I,
pages on some legal pads.
I was losing my fucking mind as you were announcing all of that, like furiously just like hammering on my keyboard to make sure I didn't miss anything.
All right, so Logos, you are currently on the back of this sapphire dragon. You're riding the dragon with Locris. You guys have already kind of unleashed a torrent of attacks. I'm going to say you guys are a decent distance away, but everybody's about 30 feet or so in the air. So, yeah, from the back of this dragon, Nerul in front of you with your comrades nearby, all flying in the air. How do you begin this battle?
Um, it hasn't filled me up to this point, so I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm just gonna fire off some arrows at this guy. Um, I'm gonna take out my oath bow and an elvish whisper, swift defeat to my enemies and swift death to you who have wronged me. And I'll let off 3 shots at Nerul.
All right, perfect.
We're looking at a 36, 24, and 23.
All 3 of those hit.
All right. So first one, we're looking at 9 damage on the bow, on the arrow. Uh, so 20 damage total with the oath bow and the arrow on the first attack.
Okay,
19 damage.
How do you want to do that?
from
No,
the
I'm just
second.
kidding.
Yeah. 19 damage on the second arrow. And 20 damage on the third arrow.
Nice. Open it up. Good. 59 points of damage and opening. Right. Nice. Well played.
I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna enter the starry form of the archer, and I'm gonna take that 4th attack with my bonus action.
Okay, yeah. Let's see it.
We're looking at a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Let me ask you something. So technically, this would be as a starry form. We haven't really discussed it, but with it, you activate this form, you can make range spells like hurling luminous arrows. So it wouldn't be through my oath bow, right? It would just be like a extra feature kind of thing. The reason I ask is whether it would get the oath bow bonus or not. I would imagine it wouldn't.
Are you talking about for your 6th level spell?
No, so as a bonus action, I can fire from the starry form, but we never really discussed where those arrows are coming from. So is that like, would it be coming from the oath bow, or would it be like a separate like thing? I know it's kind of getting pedantic this late in the thing.
No.
Guess it would be
So like it'd be an enchanted bow, and at this level, you could either way. I imagine that if you just draw the string, an arrow can manifest. But if you have a particular arrow you would like to fire, you could easily knock that instead. It's kind of your call.
Okay, so this will be 2d8 radiant damage, if that matters. And it's only 9 points. And that'll be my turn.
9 points is what you said?
Yeah, 9 points radiant.
68. So close. All right. So, on the back of this dragon, I mean, you still have movement, I guess, if you want to, or you can stick with whatever Locris decides, because he's kind of in control of the serpent. So, you're kind of going wherever he's going, unless you want to use your movement to do something else.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have anything that can suspend me in the air right now, so I will stay put on the back of the dragon for now.
Okay, excellent. All right, so let's see here. I guess I would just next up in initiative would be Blade. Blade, you are up. We briefly discussed an item that you had procured, and you said you wanted to use that during the first round of combat. Is that still correct, there, Blade?
That is correct.
Okay. So, as you guys, I'm going to send you this awesome thing that Will sent me. Let's see here.
I'm so excited for this.
Oh, shit.
I got a sneak peek.
Damn it! I might have accidentally purged it with my D&D stuff. Will, you should drop that thing into the chat.
I will drop it.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so as you guys are kind of riding forth, a spotlight just shines down from somewhere. A loud click, and a spotlight shines, and through a tear of time and space, reality itself, galloping through this portal is a three-headed donkey. A three-headed donkey, like Pegasus type creature. And as it arrives speaking, to itself. One speaks up and says, "Oh, who are we hitting?" The second head, "Your applause is appreciated." And as it says that, a loud, booming applause echoes across the sky. And the third head kind of turns towards Blade and says, "Hello, sweetheart." And this galloping winged donkey enters the battlefield on your side. I'm gonna say, Blade. He enters the battlefield about 10 feet to your left. So yeah, that he sent me this little AI thing, and I thought it was awesome. So we're rolling with that. So Blade, that would only count as your bonus action. So you still have your movement and action, and of course you have the your mount's action economy as well. So how do you proceed, sir?
All right. So Blade is kind of like, as he sees this giant three-headed donkey, he looks at it and goes, who, what, how? And then he just, the kind of like telepathically, the donkey kind of like all the heads rear and look at him and says, "We are Morkant, and we are here to help you destroy this death." Um, so yeah, I guess Blade is gonna be like, okay. And Blade is going to, so you said we're like 30 feet in the air?
Correct. Everybody's about 30 feet in the air, and that's from like this pearl thing that Nerul seems to be standing on. You guys haven't actually set foot on it, but it is very shiny, white, pristine, like marble.
So I think Blade is going to kind of fly down a little bit lower with Renwick on the back. You're on the back, right?
Correct. You are on your mount with Renwick riding bitch, for sure.
I think in the photo, I'm actually in front because I'm smaller, so you can pretty much just like reach around me to hold the reins of said flying donkey.
Oh, that's
which I
right.
also
Yeah.
think is rather cute.
I mean, totally plausible. He is child size, so.
I feel safe in Blade's arms. It's a canonical thing throughout the campaign.
I just whisper in his ear, "Hold on," and then we kind of like Gabrielter kind of like dives to the ground a little bit, and and maybe like 10 feet off the ground. I'd imagine we're just kind of like soaring right above the ground towards this guy. And you said he's about, I'm sorry, did you say like 80 feet? He was a little ways away.
Okay, from you, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 80, 85, 90. He's about 100 feet away, roughly.
Okay. We are going to use the full movement of my Gabrielter, which so it says speed for flying is 90 feet. Is that good?
Did I break it? No. Yeah, if you want to use a dash action, I would allow him to just, if you want to sail, get low to the ground, and then rush up on this guy, absolutely.
Okay. So if I fly, his normal speed is 60, so I'm gonna just fly the 60 towards him, and then I'm going to that'll put me 40 feet away. Rats. Just out of range. I'm gonna go ahead and just crack off a another synaptic static. I can never fucking say it.
Okay. And what do you need from me? Intelligence saving throw?
Correct.
That's not bad. 24?
That is a pass. So nothing happens to him. He does take half damage, but I can roll that out.
And what kind of damage is this? Is this lightning damage?
This is, I believe, psychic damage.
Oh, okay.
And okay, so that's going to be. Sorry, just rolling it out here. So half of that, so 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And for me, I think Gabrielter can't do anything, and Moore can't. Is that he's on his own initiative, or is that like bonus action use him?
I'm going to say bonus action to summon him. Once summoned, I'm going to give him his own action economy as well. So you still have action, bonus action, and movement with Moore can't. We're going to be using the stats for I don't know if you have them handy, but let's use the stats for a young gold dragon.
Perfect. So his flying speed is 80 feet, but it just says regular is 40 feet. So I imagine he'll probably go the 40 feet. Or I can't remember. I guess I don't know if it's like flying is like the flying stat is like what he can do in combat for a single move or distance.
On the stat block, let me find that sucker real quick.
I believe your fly speed counts as your movement speed, just only when you're in the air. So if you can fly at 80 feet, your normal movement speed's 40. It's just like, are you on the ground or are you in the air? If you're flying, you're faster.
Okay.
Yeah, it's usually there's a base speed, and then if it's a flying creature, in parentheses on the stat block, it'll be behind that and say a different number, usually higher.
Great. Okay, so he'll fly. Morcant will fly 80 feet towards the towards death itself here, and I think just like right out the fucking gate, he's going to um, cast a kind of like a chorusy wave of applause towards this towards death. Kind of camoed as a breath attack.
Okay, yeah. So let me get this straight: 40 feet of movement and then a breath attack, or did you want to move closer to that?
His flying speed is 80.
Okay, so did you want to get like how far away from this guy do you want to get? Because you can get within 20 feet of him or so.
Yeah, let's get within 20 feet.
Okay, sounds good.
And yeah, I'll go ahead and use this this breath weapon on him. You just hear like
Nice.
laughter, insults, and all things terrible.
All right, yeah. Okay, so what do you need from me? A deck save, I think.
Yes, a deck save.
I'm looking at a lot. 21.
Yep, that passes.
Oh, that was a terrible roll, but his mod is great.
So I'll roll it out. And I think it'll be just half. I'm pretty sure. I never have breath weapons, so I just never know.
Yeah, I think it's halved. Unfortunately, he is not a rogue class, but it would make sense for the god of death to be a rogue class, because then he could just evasion and take no damage. But
So 25 points of. God, what kind of damage would that be? I guess we could just say fire. It's what it is under the young gold dragon.
okay, yeah. Say it's something like Starfire or something, as you know, it just kind of erupts from this creature.
Psychic damage.
It's glittery and beautiful, but also deadly.
And sorry, fucking got a whole menagerie of things. And I think that's war. I'm gonna leave it.
All right. So moving on down from there. Ooh, fun. So this like pearl that he is standing upon. Underneath Gladier in particular, it begins to ripple as if it is no longer a solid but a liquid. And coming up out of this ground is a large skeletal structure. This like milky goop kind of drips off of it as it emerges. It looks skyward towards Gladier. 15 feet in height. This giant skeleton peers upward at you, Gladier, and your griffin. It's not just any skeleton, it is a particularly large dragonborn skeleton. And it looks to be made completely through and through of silver. No armor, no organs, two tiny red pinpricks for eyes. The only thing it has in its possession, a giant two-handed silver hammer. He stares up at you and calls out, "First my country, then my own mother, and now my God. You are not the good guys in this story." And he unleashes a breath weapon straight up at you, Gladier. But you know what? I'm going to say, as a mounted combatant, you have full cover due to your griffin. So go ahead and have the griffin make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. What's the not terrible constitution for a mount. 16. So +3 for the save. Oh. Yep, that's not cocked. Thought for a second I was saved and it was cocked. It's a 10 on them. 10 on the con save. Bye, my Griffin. Oh my god.
Okay, so the Griffin takes 74 damage, and its speed is reduced to 0. The wings lock up, and it begins to fall. It will fall on your turn.
Oh, okay.
So this massive beam of icy breath weapon blasts the undercarriage of your Griffin, and 74 points of damage, and it freezes in like a solid chunk. Its legs, its wings, not looking great for the old Griffin.
I need to see what HP my Griffin has, because that might be. I forgot to roll for it before we went. Oh, yep. Bye bye, Griffin. Poof.
Okay. Griffin is destroyed, and you begin to fall straight into the clutches of this gargantuan skeletal version of the hammer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say let's see, you're 30 feet. Kills the Griffin. You're lucky. Just 5 feet out of reach, or I was gonna have him tee off on you. I'll say with his bonus action, he makes a ranged weapon attack against you, Gladier. He hurls his hammer upward in your direction. That's going to be a 36 to hit. I'm gonna assume that hits.
Yeah, 36 hits.
Oof.
Ain't even cutting words that shit.
Yeah, don't even try.
Well, I didn't do too bad on rolling out damage either. So 15 on the dice plus the modifier becomes an even 20 points of damage, Gladier.
All right.
The hammer strikes you and returns quickly to his hand as if magically compelled to do so. However, upon striking you, Gladier, you feel the full weight of the hammer behind him. It is considered a silver weapon. You are vulnerable. You take double damage from this weapon, so that would actually be 40 points of damage.
Well, thank God for the 20 temp hit points, because that soaked up half that damage.
He's not going anywhere. He remains directly beneath you and roars upward at your slowly falling body. Moving down, Locris, you are up. You kind of see the hammer erupt from the ground, this giant twisted skeletal version of him. And here, I'll take another pick. And your turn, your go. He's kind of in front of you by about 10 feet or so, kind of where Gladier is hovering, but he's a decent amount below you, I guess. It would help if I hit send. Here we go. Okay.
Would I be able to have my dragon do something first? Like see if his breath weapon recharges, or do you want to save it for the end regardless?
You can mix it up. You can use it however you'd like.
Alright, first let's see if he gets his breath weapon back. And he does not. So here's what Locris is going to do. And I know some rules are going to be involved on this. I am going to cast Hexblade's Curse on the hammer. And then I'm going to spur on the dragon to try and get underneath Gladier. And at the same time, Locris is going to jump off the dragon, making room for him, and try slamming down on the top of the hammer. And see if the dragon can catch Gladeer and take him off to safety.
I'll say, yeah, give me. I would accept either an animal handling check or a like athletics check from the dragon.
All right, we're going to use the dragon's athletics because it's better than my animal handling.
Okay. Crashing through a bunch of ice that used to be a griffin and snatching up Gladeer is not going to be too hard, but at least some skill is required.
18.
Yeah, the dragon moves forward. You jump off. It catches Gladeer. They remain about 10 feet above the dragon, while you plummet into, or 10 feet above the hammer, rather, while you plummet into said hammer. So,
The dragon does have a fly speed of 80 feet, so I wanted to just catch Gladeer and finish moving off, getting him away from the hammer. However
okay.
far he could go.
Do you want to go, like, towards Nerul or away from Nerul?
I will well, I figure since we're coming from the back, it would at least be headed whatever that straight line is. And Locris will hand the reins to Logos since he became friendly with it, and let Logos take the steering wheel. And Logos, I can send you the young Sapphire's stat block if you need. But he doesn't currently have his breath weapon.
Sick. Yeah, so you can definitely pass the reins, I'll say, but we'll have to wait until Logos's next turn before he could utilize it. So the dragon, the dragon will stay kind of where you jumped off and Gladeer took over, unless you tell it otherwise.
Yeah, he would have just said, keep going, and then made the jump.
Okay, so the dragon will keep going, I guess, forward. Put a little distance between you and the hammer.
Go towards Blade and Renwick. I figured that's a straight line. It would probably just keep moving forward like that.
Okay, for sure.
And then as I come down, I am going to take 2 swings on this bitch.
All right, give me a couple of attacks.
A 27.
Oh, that hits.
Or no. Oh, yeah. Ooh, and a nat 20.
Ooh, also hits.
All right, let's take care of the first one. So that's a D8. 10. There we go. All right. Let's see if you're a specialist. That one. A fucking 1. Plus 9, which makes it 10. Plus, got the hex plates, which gives me a plus 5 because of my charisma. So that's up to 15. And I have one other thing, I think. I'm trying to remember all my stuff. This gets hard at a higher level.
I know, pages and pages of stuff now instead of like, my +1 bonus to whatever,
Oh, where was that one? Okay, it wasn't you, wasn't you? I want to make sure I get this right. I saw it earlier. Come on, you fucker. Yep. Okay. And I had taken Life Drinker, so that would be Uh, 5 points necrotic. So far we have 15 points of magical piercing damage plus 5 points necrotic, for a total of 20.
Noted. 20 damage.
Hexblade, what was it? And then, yep, charisma. Can't have that yet. Armor. Okay, yeah. So 20 points of damage on the first one. And then for the crit, I'm also going to drop in an Eldritch Smite on that.
Nice.
So that becomes, I think I'm at 68. Eldritch Smite. Oh, it's 1d8 plus a d8 per spell level, which 70, well, yeah, because it's 5th level, so 68 doubled, it's 12d8 plus my 2 for attack, so let's just do 14d8. Let's see if Avery likes me. Does he have resistances or immunities where I need to break that up, or?
On what kind of damage is that?
It would be magical piercing as well as force damage.
Nope. No immunities or resistances to either of those.
Okay, so that's 64 plus the 9, making it 73, plus my charisma modifier, making it 78 points of damage. And he has to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone if he's huge or small.
He is technically a huge creature. So, what was it? A con save or a strength save?
Yeah, for being knocked prone. I don't know what it's against.
Well, the first one's a 7, but I get to roll with advantage on strength. The second one's a 17, so that one's much better. Strength modifier puts that in the 29.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that probably passes no matter what freaking skill I use.
Oh, okay.
And then I just got my feet here. I want to see if I can throw it on at the end. What's the strike of the giants? Hill strike. Take this feat once per turn. When I hit, I could just add it. So I am going to add my hill strike to that for an extra 2d6 damage.
Hell yeah, dude. Get her to it.
Ooh, nice one. That's going to be an additional 11 points of magical piercing.
Very nice. Nicely done. You and Logos are machines, bro. Both of you did over 100 damage on your first turn. You guys are wild.
Yeah, but we're also squishy. Yeah, that's action, bonus action. So that will end his turn. The dragon not having a frost or breath weapon back would as he's going by, let's let him use dissonant whispers on the hammer.
Excellent use of a bonus action.
And it could cast it once a day. So that would be a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
DC 15. 12 plus. It's not Great, but meets it beats, right?
Usually.
15 it is. Man, I swear if I roll to pass a spell, it's gonna be one of yours. Like I don't beat Blade out of as much spells as I do you, I swear.
I agree. And my spell DC gets way up there, and you still always manage to beat it. All right, so that'll be a tapped 4 points of psychic damage.
4. Additional 4, okay. Damn. Alright.
And that ends up everything I have.
Alright. Moving on down in initiative. As battle kind of cracks off, Blade, you're real focused as you have hurled a couple of spells at Nerul, and there he stands maybe 40, 50 feet away, and then suddenly he's not there. He's standing right next to you as you fly on your steed, and he's just kind of casually cocks a head. This dark robe grips this scythe. He reaches out to you,
No.
and as he kind of reaches in your direction, his ethereal kind of hand passes through you. You see briefly underneath this black robe, he reaches out and a skeletal white hand kind of grips you on the shoulder. Not aggressive, not menacing, almost friendly. He just kind of parks his hand on your shoulder to say, "Hey, buddy." And this ethereal, ghostly hand just seems to pass through you.
Mama could have yelled
Lady's
too,
terrifying.
AJ. Oh, sorry.
Nerul kind of cocks his head, and in your mind, the only thing you hear is curious. And suddenly he's gone. He is back to standing across the battlefield where he was before.
Oh, fuck. He said curious.
Yeah, after he tried to touch you, and his hand seemed to sail through you, he said curious, and then returned to his position on the battlefield.
Oh, I don't like that.
That being said, I'm going to... you know what? Nerul seems to kind of just be... I think I'm going to have him use his bonus action to gauge what is happening with the party. Okay, Nerul kind of scans the battlefield, and he puts two hands on his scythe and begins tapping the ground beneath him. Tap, 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 with the wood of his scythe. That being said, Gladier, you are up. You are currently riding on the back of a dragon. That is, you're near Blade, you're near Renwick. Logos happens to be riding that same dragon with you. Locris seems to be occupying the same space as the hammer as they start duking it out.
Oh man, so much just happened. Ugh.
Okay, I'll send a new pic real quick. Skadoosh. Okay, so you're on a dragon with Logos near Blade and his Gabrielter, also Renwick riding bitch. There is this three-headed donkey between you and Nerul proper, and the hammer is squaring up with Locris in the back.
Okay. I need to move somewhere else because I need to get close, but I can't have Logus flying me close because the old Logus will get one shot. Squishy little ranger boy. Um, Blades, fucking Tiamat donkey is that like 10 feet away?
I'm gonna say yeah. He's about 10 feet in front of you. Both of you guys are 30 feet in the air. Though I do, though you guys are near Blade. Blade, didn't you say you dropped low to the ground? And like, how low to the ground did you go? Or are you sticking with the 30 feet?
No, when Gabrielter dropped, we went down to like 10 feet above the ground.
Okay, noted.
Okay, where is... Alright, it's in movement. How far can I standing long jump?
I think it's your strength modifier plus your ability score is how many feet you can jump. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, so when you make a long jump, you cover the number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before, which I can't do because I'm standing on the back of a dragon. When you make a standing long jump, you can only jump half that distance. Okay, so my strength score is +6. Really? Wait, is it the modifier or the strength
That's
score?
your modifier, not your strength score. Your strength score would be the
23.
2.
Yeah.
That.
So 20. My strength score is 23. So that's if I move 20. So it'd be 11 feet because half that for a standing long jump is 11 feet. So technically speaking, I could jump potentially from this dragon to the back of the three-headed donkey.
With an athletics check or an animal handling check, I'll totally allow that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and do that. Because like I said, I don't want to risk asking Logus to move myself and him closer because I feel like Logus will be put down a lot easier than I will. And he likes his range. So yeah, I'm gonna leap for the three-headed donkey. I'll just like yell to Blade, be like, yeah, I really hope they're friendly, man. And then just jump for it.
All right, yeah, give me an athletics check as you leap for more Kent.
Good thing I have good athletics. Oh yeah, that's a 30.
Oh, with a 30, you for sure land square on the back of this creature.
All right, cool.
And sorry, and as you do, one of the heads rears and turns around and looks at you. Candy is her name. This is one of the heads. Lust, and she says, "Oh, buy me dinner first."
Yes.
Glader just say, "Give me to that big scary fuck, and I'll buy you as much dinner as you want." And I'm going to. So that it does cost movement. I think it's the same amount of movement as if I walked it. So, but I'm not going to move anywhere anyway. Um, and then I will cast. Where is it? Shining Smite at the 4th level. Yeah, Shining Smite on myself at the 4th level. So I'll drop the language in the chat. I'm not going to be able to really use it just yet, but it is concentration for 1 minute. So hopefully this
God, I already forgot the name. You just said it. Stressed. Morecamp. Hopefully Morecamp listens to me and gets me closer. So I'm essentially holding that spell.
He is kind of connected to Blade, and Blade's kind of a smartass. So who knows? Who knows if the donkey will help you or not? I'm still gonna let it go on Blade's turn.
So that's my bonus action, movement, action. What's the rules again on stowing and drawing weapons?
I think
The economy for
you
it?
guys are seasoned heroes by now. You know, if you want to pull the old swapperoo, I'll allow a free action real quick.
Oh no, I can't even make this range. How far away are we? 5, 10, 20 feet away? 25?
Should be 20.
20, yeah.
20 feet away? Okay, I'll just make this at disadvantage. Why not? Um, I'm gonna pull out the
Use your new
blunderbuss.
LASIK.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the blunderbuss that I've used a total of 1 time that I was so excited to get, and use it for a second time in this campaign. Does this count for multiple attacks? I think it does. Yeah, extra attack. It doesn't specify range or melee. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot twice with my blunderbuss, and it does have a range of 15 feet. So it's 15 or 60. So this would be a disadvantage, I believe.
Okay, yeah. I'll say, you've probably trained with it in your off time. I do remember you putting in some training hours to become proficient with it, but way back in like the Alliance Islands. But yeah, okay, for sure.
Yeah. I literally used it enough to become proficient with it, and then I never touched it again. All right, so disadvantage on the blunderbuss. It's a +7 to hit. It's only an 18.
You fire the weapon, and ironically enough, it's not that you don't hit, it's that it seems to pass through him. All you see is these like dark robes. The ammunition enters one side and exits the other, just kind of whirling the robes about a bit. It doesn't seem to find purchase.
Okay. Glader believes he knows what is happening, but he's going to fire a second shot just to be sure. Kind of confirm his suspicions. That's even worse. That's only a 14. So
That one doesn't hit at all. That one flies wide.
I do not have good recoil management. But he is going to turn. He later believes he knows what's happening. So he's going to turn and just like shout over his shoulder. I'm pretty sure he's only going to get hurt from magical weapons. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Ending Gladier's turn. Hold on. Alright, so.
What's my miss?
From underneath this god of Nerul, the pearl begins to ripple once again as if it were liquid. Rising up from under his feet, him landing upon it gracefully as if riding a pet or a beast of burden. This massive lizard, this giant predatory creature just kind of erupts out of the milky liquid, forming this pearl. It is massive. It stands 5 stories high. Those of you flying in at 30 feet, this thing is staring down at you. Like, it towers over you despite you flying in the air. Nerul, the god of death, riding on the shoulder pauldron of this massive beast. It is 5 stories high, and it looks to weigh hundreds of tons. The fabled pet of the gods, the Tarask, stands before you. It roars a deafening roar, and it exudes its frightful presence. But I think at this point, you guys are all immune to fear between Gladier's aura and Logos's Hero's Feast. So it shakes the realm with a roar, and enters the battlefield. Gladier, you are about chest high on this thing, and it goes in for a series of attacks. The first attack is going to be a bite attack against Gladier. So
it just swallows me whole.
that is a possibility. 8 on the die, but plus 19, so 27 to hit.
That does hit.
I assumed. So I actually kind of just pre-rolled out a shit ton of damage for not only Nerul, but also the Tarask, because of the multitude of attacks. I didn't want to get bogged down. So the bite attack is actually going to be 36 points of damage. And you are grappled. You are technically restrained, and the Tarask cannot bite another target. But the Tarask, straight up with just one good chomp, rips you off the back of this flying donkey. You are now in its maw.
Okay. Well, that answers my question. I was just about to ask, did he target me or did he target the donkey? But no,
Just you.
He
Just
fucking
you.
precision struck.
Correct. Now
You said 36.
Correct. 36.
Okay.
Now, that being said, 2 claw attacks at the Le Donkey at Morcant. I assume you have Morcant stats there, Blade.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. The 6 on the die plus 19 actually becomes a 24, but the 17 on the die is like in the low mid 30s.
Oh yeah, they both hit.
All right. 28 points for the first one, 29 points for the second.
Noted.
And then a horns attack, also at your Morcant. 17 on the die is again mid 30s.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit.
32 damage from piercing damage from this creature. And
I'm sorry. How much was that?
say what?
Sorry, I was just mathing. What was that last hit?
The last hit was a horn attack for 32 damage.
Got it. Thank you.
Is your dragon or is your creature still afloat?
Yes.
Okay, because he has one last attack. I just wanted to make sure. Dick move, I know. 12
No,
plus,
he feels
12 plus the 19 becomes a 31 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And another 24 points of damage. Also, I need a strength saving throw as this tail attack sweeps him out of the sky, or attempts to, at the very least.
Strength saving?
Correct. Strength saving throw.
Overcan.
11?
Yep.
Okay, Morcant takes an additional 8 damage as the tail strike from this creature drives him to the ground. He is currently prone.
God damn.
With that, bringing up the bottom of the round, Mr. Renwick Turner.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I'm
so
gonna
at
grab a pick real quick and throw it in.
yeah,
The
I was going to
chat.
say at this point, how close am I? I know
Yeah.
I'm on the flying. I'm on Gabrielter with Blade, but
Okay, my tech's a little slow today. Yep. You've got Logos flying on a dragon nearby. You and Blade are on Gabrielter. This three-headed donkey just flew in and got off a good breath weapon attack before getting thoroughly smacked down by this giant Tarask as it emerges from the Star of Nerul.
okay. So
Gladier's currently in the maw of this Tarask, and Nerul seems to be sitting on a shoulder pauldron, just kind of watching. And of course, Locris is going toe to toe with this giant hammer, this huge hammer skeleton. But yeah, choices are abundant. This is what we call a target-rich environment.
yes. Um, okay. So in that case, it looks like I am within 60 feet of like that cluster of enemies then. Sort of the Tarask, Nerul, I guess the other bigger, and then what is the 4 again? Is that the Morcant?
Yeah, the 4 is representing Morcant because I already just had
Okay.
like a large size cutout. So yeah, you can. The Tarask, Gladier, Morcant, and Nerul are all kind of bunched up.
Okay. With the 60-foot cone, if I draw a straight line, it looks like I could angle it to not hit the Morcant. And I do think canonically I was in front of Blade on the back of Gabrielter
Oh, you're
for
correct.
the photo.
You're correct.
The
So
photo,
with
yeah.
that 60-foot cone, I would like to hit all of the enemies that I can without hitting any friendlies. And I think I can do just that. So in this moment, he watches Blade as he summons this crazy Morcant creature, and he just looks back at him, sort of like Blade's arms are around him, holding the reins of Gabrielter as they fly. And he just looks back and he goes, "What the fuck? Well, I suppose I've got some tricks of my own then." And he takes off the eye patch and sort of like closes his eyes for a quick second, and then he looks over at the Tarask, and you see the Kraken eye start to glow, and he points his hand out, and out of his palm, his rapier just like sort of rips out of his palm, and he grabs the hilt, and you see the surge of energy travel through his body, and he lets out a prismatic spray. And so
You might have to
it
hit me
looks
with the
like I can
language
hit
on that one.
3 enemies with that one.
Okay.
It is like one of my all-time favorite D&D spells, and I never get to use it. It basically lets me tap into like the powers of a beholder. It's going to be a dexterity saving throw. DC. What is my spell save DC these days? DC 19 dexterity saving throw. And then I roll a D8 to determine what type of ray each target gets hit by. So I believe I'll be rolling 3d8 to determine what type of rays hit what creatures. And then we go from there.
Okay, so I'm gonna say with the cone, either kind of which way you cut it. Let's see here. I think you could miss Gladier and hit only the Tarask, or you can get the Tarask and Nerul, but there's no way from your angle you're not gonna hit Gladier. So it's your call. Either just the Tarask or all 3.
Would you allow me to hold the action to cast that spell, and I'll just look back at Blade as I'm lining up the spell and just go, I can't get the angle. You've got to get me in closer, or at least get Gladiator out of the cone. And I'll just hold my action to fire that spell off and hope that Blade can put me where I need to be.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Can you
yeah.
you drop the language of that spell in the chat if you get a second?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think I dropped it in the wrong chat. Or no, it should be in the chat.
It'll be in the chat.
Am I just crazy? I don't see it.
You might have to scroll up a little bit.
It was the memes. I
It's a
was
novel.
watching some Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, yeah. Different color, 60-foot cone, dexterity saving throw, blah 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 da, da, da. Okay. All right, interesting. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, for sure. You can definitely hold your action. Do you still have like a bonus action and some movement if you want to get real crazy with things?
I suppose I will bonus action Hex so that whenever I make an attack on Nerul, he takes bonus damage.
Okay.
And for funsies, I'll Hex his, we'll say strength, since it's skill checks.
Okay, and that's disadvantage on strength checks?
Correct.
All right. So he actually gets advantage on all saving throws, but so now it's a straight roll for strength checks.
And yeah, aside from that, I'm not going to use my movement since I'm on the back of Gabrielter. I'm just going to hope that Blade can fly us sort of around at a distance where I can get a cone off without hitting Gladiator.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
And that'll do it.
All right. After Renwick's turn, the Tarrasque is going to take a legendary action. The only creature. Well, actually, I could do something fucked up right now. I think I'm going to do that instead. It takes 2 legendary actions this turn, but Renwick's actually at the bottom of the round anyway. So I'm going to throw down a chomp. I'm going to make an attack roll with advantage against Gladiator.
You don't have to.
17 and a natural 20. So there's that.
Oh, okay.
Sweet Jesus.
So with that being said, Gladiator, you're going to take 72 points of piercing damage from this bite as this creature chomps you in its maw. And it swallows you. It swallows you whole. And while swallowed, the creature is blinded and restrained. It has total cover against attacks and other effects outside the Tarrasque. However, being swallowed, you immediately feel like this sticky, caustic inner lining of this beast, and you could tell it's going to be a problem. So, at the beginning of this creature's turns, you will take basically digestive damage. But lucky for you, it's not its turn yet. So yeah, you guys see this creature snatch Gladiator off the back of a mount, floor that mount with a tail attack, chomp and swallow Gladiator, and then look back to the battlefield. As it does that, Renwick is the bottom of the round. We are back to the top of the round. Logos, you are up. You are flying on the back of this dragon with this kind of combat unfolding all around you. You've got the Tarrasque and Nerul ahead of you. You've got Locris and the Hammer behind you. What do you do? I'll drop a pick.
So since since Logis was directly attacking Nerul, would I need to make a perception check, or would my passive be high enough to try to figure out what did I notice? Whatever the heck he was standing on, like vibrate when those things were coming out.
Oh, you for sure noticed. It looked like the ground went from a solid to a liquid and just kind of like splurged these servants of Nerul onto the battlefield. Currently, underneath the feet of both the hammer and the Tarask, terrain looks solid.
Hmm. Does this is this like pearl thing that is it kind of resemble anything that we've seen in our journeys, or did this like come with Nerul? Like, is it like a platform, a ship, or like? Can I try to ascertain what the hell it is?
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you, I'm gonna have to burn some of your action economy to do it. It's gonna cost you a bonus action, but I will allow a knowledge history or a knowledge religion check, or even a knowledge arcana, or even a knowledge nature. Pretty much any version of any of the knowledges.
Well, that's all ass for me. So you said nature, religion. I guess I'll go nature. It's a nat 20 for a total of 21.
Okay, 20 was the DC, so you.
That's crazy.
Well, I would have given you something at like 10, 15, but with 20 you get everything. You know that this is the Star of Nerul. You know that this orb is essentially his demiplane. He rules within it. Nobody's ever, nobody but his most loyal of servants have ever seen the inside of this star that he's riding on. But this is where he's basically limited to influence around him from this plane of his. While he's in this demi plane, he controls everything within it. So it's like his like dream world or his heaven, if you will, within this little sphere. But through manipulating outsiders and things, he was able to use the anchor crystals to bring this sphere crashing into Daanal Wisech for the purposes of consuming it. He wants to consume all of the life forms, take their souls, and turn them into batteries. And you imagine he probably does so somewhere within this orb. But yeah, it's essentially his own demiplane. It's called the Star of Nerul, and it is a physical item that he has unlimited power within, but his external force outside, not so unlimited, I guess. Kind of like most gods, super powerful in their own realms, but like Pelor affects the material plane, but Nerul is affecting the material plane in a more direct way. Did any of that answer your question? Hopefully I got there. I was
Well, I'm trying to look at what I can do here. Yeah, I'm gonna fire off a radiant arrow at the orb and see if it does anything. I'm gonna target his pearl.
okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
24 to hit.
Bounces off, smooth and hard surface.
Okay, then. Well, I'll take my next two attacks at Nerul.
All right, give me a couple of attack rolls.
32 and 28.
Both of those hit for sure.
We're looking at God's fucking ass. 13 points of damage total. with the oath bow and the arrow. And then 19 points of radiant damage on the second.
Not bad. All right.
Before I end my turn, can I see if is the damage sticking with him? Like, is he taking damage?
The 2 arrows you have fired. Wait, who are you talking about? The Tarask or
No,
Nerul?
Nerul, because I've done like total of like 6 or 7 arrows at him at this point.
Go ahead and give me an insight check. We'll call this one a free action.
27 total.
Some of those attacks seem to stick. They hit something solid beneath those robes. Others passed completely through.
Alrighty. I guess. So, is the dragon still on Locus's turn, or is it my turn now?
I think he handed you the reins, and while he's engaging in combat, so the dragon will adhere to your requests. So, what would you like to do?
It's a D6, right? To see
Yeah.
if the breath weapon comes back.
Correct.
All right. It doesn't.
All right, so it's kind of hovering in the air there. You've got standard action, bonus action, movement. Anything you want to have this dragon do?
I am. Am I still on the ground, or is it? Am I back in the air? I can't remember where Locust left me.
No, you are still 30 feet in the air on the back of a dragon.
And how far from the Tesseract am I?
The Tarask.
Oh, that's Marvel.
15,
My
20,
bad.
25. You're a long way. That's not even in this dimension, bro. You got a fucking minute to go. No, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. You're about 30 feet.
I guess. Yes, I'll have the dragon. You know what? I'm gonna have the dragon, since it flies 80 feet. I'm gonna have him put me down so he can fly freely. And I want to be. I get just 30 feet down, and I'll have him go and attack the Tesseract, try to get Gladiator out of there.
Okay, yeah. Dragon flies forward. Go ahead and give me. I think it's got 2 attacks, maybe 3. Two claws and a bite or
It's
something.
1 bite, 2 claws.
Okay, yeah. Let her rip.
We're looking at 1. Uh, 20 to hit on the first one.
20 does not seem to pierce this creature's hide.
I'm assuming 14 doesn't either. But a 21.
21 does not pierce the hide of this beast either.
Oh shit. Sorry, Gladiator, I tried. Yep, no breath weapon, missed all its attacks. That's about it for the dragon. Then me. That'll be my turn.
All right. So we're gonna go to Blade's turn. However, I will say, no, actually, let me just snap a pic. I was gonna say it freed up Renwick conditions for Renwick's held action, but then the dragon got in the way. So let me just ship this pic one more time. Okay. Blade, you are up. Your Morcant and this Sapphire Dragon doing what they can in melee combat against this giant Tarask. And Nerul sitting on its shoulder, just kind of overseeing the battlefield. On top of that, Locris is squaring up with a giant version of the Silver Hammer. So tell me kind of how you proceed.
Well, after seeing more can't get shuttled to the floor and Gladiator getting gulped, so if we're down like 10 feet, this thing's like 5 stories high.
Correct. 50 feet in height, for sure.
Okay. So, I guess first things first. I want to position myself or have Gabrielter position ourselves so we can try to hit this Tarask without clipping others. I don't know if that's possible looking at this.
I mean, if you pulled up like right alongside it, so it would be, if you went left about 10 feet and then forward, I don't know, another 20, 30 feet, you'd definitely be in range of Renwick to just tear off without hitting any allies.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that because I don't want that spell to be in vain.
Okay, Gabrielter's movement is 40 feet, correct?
His flying speed is, I believe, 80.
Okay, so let me take another pick. It only takes you about 40 to get to the angle you need, so he's still got about 40 feet of movement.
All right.
But you're about 10, maybe 15 feet to the left of the Sapphire Dragon, who is clawing and gnawing and gnashing at this giant creature to not much success, but still trying.
Okay. So I'll let maybe I should let Renwick roll out his stuff because I might change positions here.
Okay, yeah, that definitely meets the parameters of Renwick's held action. Do you want to let that color? What was it again? I want to say color spray, but I know that's the first level spell.
It's a prismatic spray.
There you
So
go.
it's a DC 19 dexterity saving throw from all creatures within its range, which in this case is just Nerul and the Tarask. And then I roll a d8 to determine what type of ray hits them from there. So
Nerul passes with flying colors, but
I figured.
the Tarask 19 on the die.
19 if it meets, it beats, yeah.
No dex modifier though. It is the size of a house. However, it just, I guess, sidesteps some of the damage or something.
Yeah, with the 19, I don't have anything that can like drop its saving throw, unfortunately. But rays still hit. So the first ray we'll say is at the Tarask. That is a 7, which is a violet ray. So on a failed save, the target is blinded, and it must then make a wisdom saving throw at the start of my next turn. Successful save ends the blindness, and if it fails that save, all right. So it seems like, let's see, on a failed save, yeah. So basically, the Tarask is blinded, and you get a chance to unblind yourself on the next turn. And yeah, so you won't unfortunately take the teleport effect. That would have been fucking sweet. If you failed that save, you could have potentially been transported to a different plane of existence next turn. Fuck me. I can't believe you hit that exactly.
And he doesn't even
That
get a
sucks.
modifier to it. He does not get a dex mod.
Oh god, that's so disappointing. That's exactly what the spell is for. Like, I literally could have just taken the Tarask out of the fucking combat. God damn it. All right, so Nerul, that's a fucking another 7. Yeah, nothing happens. They both passed. So
Oh,
fuck me.
it's not half damage?
Well, because it's not damaged. The Violet Ray, I rolled a 7 for both rays. The Violet Ray is on a failed save, the target's blinded. It must then make a Wisdom saving throw at the start of its next turn. And if you fail the second save, you're transported to a different plane of existence. So I literally could have just removed both of them from fucking existence.
That would have been sick. I'm glad I passed. How
Dude,
anticlimactic.
every time that I cast a fucking spell on you, this shit happens. The fact that the Tarask hit it perfectly, fuck me.
Right.
I get to roll a d6, and this spell might recharge, though. And it's a 4, so it does not. There goes my
Okay.
one spell.
Okay, I need you. It's about to get worse. I need you to roll a d6
Oh my-
for the Tarask for me.
Okay. I don't know what this is, and I don't like it.
Don't roll a 6.
Well, it's a 5.
Okay, 5. Your spell fizzles. Renwick, I'm going to give you a freebie. This creature is immune to ray and line spells. They do not work on its person. You discover that by burning your very powerful 7th level spell.
Okay, well, that's super unfortunate.
A 6 would have reflected it back at you. So.
God damn it.
Yeah, that would have been great. Sweet. So, how far am I from them at this current moment? I'm about looks like 20 feet.
Yep, there's a 20-foot gap between the lot of you.
Is given our placement since we're flying with 20 feet, could I try to leap to the Tarask in an effort to like try to land, I guess if I can, close to its shoulder, so that I can try to get to Nerul?
I'm going to say it's possible to get to the Tarask. However, Blade said he was flying down low. So you're only like 10 feet.
Okay.
So if you jump,
Yep, that makes sense.
you're going to be landing on like toenails, maybe ankle level.
Gotcha. And unfortunately, it would take me for fucking ever to climb because none of us have climb speeds.
Just have trust.
Right. The other, Blade's only taking a small portion of his turn. So, there might be more to come.
Oh shit! Yeah, what am I talking about? That was just my ready to action. I'm thinking it's my turn. Yeah.
Not quite.
So
So
I
close.
guess like.
I was hearing
All right,
it out.
well,
I was hearing.
No, you're good. I guess I'm just planning ahead.
I was going to let you take your movement too if you wanted. So if you want to take a leap, go for it.
Oh, I mean, if you're gonna let me, yeah. Well, no, fuck. I'm
Trust
not.
the process.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna let it ride out because I'm not high enough up to do anything. Like, it's not like I can start trying to cut Gladiator out of the stomach or anything. So I might as well just stick with Blade for now.
All right.
And he just looks back at him and he goes, "Well, fuck's sake, why does that shit never work? I've got all these cool spells and every fucking time."
I know the feeling. So kind of like as we get close enough to let that kind of come through, with the remaining, would you say, so if I took about like 40 feet of flying, could I use the remaining 40 feet to basically fly up? And I know you said this guy's about 5 stories and I'm 10 feet off the ground. Could I be like at like face level with this thing?
Yeah, certainly. For sure.
Great. Okay. We're gonna try this. So Gladiator got swallowed. Is he after or like gone? Is he out of sight?
No sign of Gladiator.
All right. So we are about 20 feet away from this guy. Is there any way that I could make a ridiculous jump?
You want to jump from Gabrielter?
Onto the fucking snout of this asshole.
So, I guess if you wanted to go 40 feet up, we could have made 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I think if you went up at like a diagonal from where you were before, you could absolutely get like right up on this. You want to get like in this creature's face? Like how close to this creature do you want to get?
I mean, I want to be right up on him.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Let's make it fun. So I'm going to, if possible, I don't know if I need to make a check or not, but I would like to jump and basically get on. I said his snout, but I would rather like to kind of like land on his jaw agape if it is open.
I'm gonna say currently not open, but you can definitely jump onto this creature's face snout area.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll jump right on his snout.
Okay, yeah. Getting the 5 feet from your mount to the creature is not the hard part. The hard part would be staying on. So go ahead and give me like an athletics or acrobatics check to grab your balance on this creature.
Man, if I fail this save, then I may as well just fucking get hit by that spell Renwick had and get the fuck out of here.
Everybody's blind.
See ya. And with my modifier, you'll know why. 27.
Oh yeah. 27 will do it.
And with that, I'm going to, as I jump off, I kind of see it as I'm swinging my double flute around to the playing position, and I'm going to land right on his snout and just kind of look at him and be like, "You cough that son of a bitch up, or I am going to kill you. You're going to die anyways. What am I talking about?" And I'm going to cast a shatter right between his eyes. You know what? No, synaptic static.
Synaptic static. All right, all right. Let me ask you this, Blade. In the language of synaptic static, are the words ray or line used at all?
Let me see.
They're almost certainly not. I think it's a psionic or like psychic spell.
Yeah, it's like an area of effect spell.
Oh, okay. I think it was narrative that we.
I can double check it.
You used like you had the lightning like reach across the ground or something. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a ray or line or spell like magic missile, etc.
Gotcha. No, it says choose a point within range and cause it psychic energy to explode there.
Okay, perfect. And so you need an intelligence save from me then?
Correct.
17 on the die.
That is
Tarrasque's not a smart man. That's actually 17.
I was hoping for that.
17 actually becomes a 13.
So, all right, I'm going to do a little bit of damage here. So he, for damage, is going to take 36 points of psychic damage. And if he is affected, he is going to have muddled thoughts for 1 minute. So at that time, he takes a d6 and subtracts that number from his attack rolls and ability checks, as well as con saving throws to maintain concentration.
Okay, yeah. Just roll that out so I don't have to roll it every time. You tell me what I'm subtracting from this guy.
Gotcha. 1d6. So he's taking 6 off. Nice.
Nice. Very nice. All right, -6. All right. That'll change some things.
Okay, and hopefully maybe we can get him to spit Gladiator out. And does he manage to spit him out?
The Tarask does not seem to be in any sort of obvious state, I guess. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Insight is not so good for me. Okay. I think he's almost dead.
Yeah. You're confident you've put a wallop on this creature. He can't be holding Gladiator back much longer.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just go for it. I'm going to in oh boy. Do I want to do this? Yeah, it's Gladiator. I'm going to do it. I'm going to use some of my meta magic fuckery, and I'm going to burn 2 of my slots to cast a Quicken spell.
Okay, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And just for shits and giggles, you know what? I'm going to shatter him this time.
Excellent. All right. What you need a con save from me or something?
Yes, which I think he'll have disadvantage on in the -6.
Okay, disadvantage and -6. Still not bad. Still not bad. Okay, 7 and an 8, -6 from his. Becomes an 11. Oh, does that pass? No.
No. Okay. So for shatter, and I will be casting that at the, just so you know, the 7th level. So that is
damn, burning those spell slots. Nice, nice.
So 40 points of is it bludgeoning? No, thunder.
40 points. Nicely done. Nicely done.
And if he still hasn't spit up Gladiator, that's all that Blade can do. But would Morcant be able to start playing?
Oh, absolutely. Morcant is currently prone at the feet of this creature. So, how you proceed there is on you.
Okay. So Morcant will kind of pick itself off the ground and kind of shake its 3 heads and be like, what do I want? And then kind of let loose this giant in kind of like a broken up chorusy effect. And I'm gonna have him kind of fly straight up to this thing's throat and make a couple of attacks.
Okay, yeah. 40, 50 feet in the air and begins a couple of attacks. Go ahead and hit me with some dice rolls.
Okay. Oh my god, so many fucking pages to scroll through. I shouldn't be bitching. I'm sure you have plenty. This
It's
is
just one. It says kill the bard on it. I don't know.
okay. So a bite and a couple claw attacks on this guy. So let's see. Just what's his modifier? Gotcha. Okay. So a bite. Oh, man. 16?
Unfortunately, does not pierce the thick carapace of this creature.
And a couple claw attacks. $24.
24 still does not crack the carapace of this creature, unfortunately.
This guy is a mean motherfucker. All right, one more time. Nope.
Alas, similar to the dragon, they attack as they might. Their attacks seem futile against this creature's thick armored hide.
Just gonna check and see if he restores a breath weapon.
Oh, he could have done that first.
Oh, definitely not. He got the fucking wind knocked out of him.
Fair.
And okay, that's action, bonus action for blade and movement all the way around. Yeah, I think that is it.
All right. Moving on down. That is the hammer. Currently occupying the same space as Locris, who just kind of leapt upon him. So he is going to make some attack rolls and see about getting him off. I'm going to make these with disadvantage because you are just your approach. The fact that you guys are occupying the same space, it's hard for this giant creature of bone to swing that hammer at a decent angle. Even so, it's a 29 to hit.
I am going to use my reaction for my Hexblade. 1d6.
Okay.
If it was 4 or higher, the attack would automatically miss. But it's a fucking 3.
Oof. All right. So for the first attack, that is 13 damage. The second attack is 26 to hit.
That hits.
15 damage. Third attack. I don't think that one's gonna hit. 19.
That one misses.
So he smashes. He gets a good couple off, swinging this hammer wildly, but essentially misses the third attack and smashes into the hard marble ground, cracking it briefly. As he withdraws his hammer from the ground, the cracks heal immediately. That's just his attack. You know what? I'm gonna say his bonus action is gonna be an action surge. I was gonna save that one for Gladier, but he's nowhere to be found. So, 3 more attacks coming your way, Locris. One of them was a freaking nat 20, but the other one was not. Still, 26 to hit.
AC is 23, so.
Okay, so that's another hit. That one is not gonna do it. Sub 20. That one is also sub 20. So only one more additional hit. Man, what a waste of an action surge. Okay. 13 additional damage. This is all bludgeoning damage from a magical silvered weapon, if it matters.
Unfortunately, no.
All right, so moving on down from the hammer, that is Locris. You are up. You are currently occupying the same place, the same space as this creature. Things are awkward. You're bumping and jostling each other. You're real close. I'm gonna say,
Perfect.
almost too close for comfort. You can see up inside his pelvis region. It's rough.
I am going to. Would you say I'm on top of him or underneath him?
I'd say it's kind of shifting between the both. You know, you kind of landed on him. He's trying to get you off of him. Maybe he gets good footing. Maybe you get good footing. You're just kind of both in the same spot. You're both occupying the same space. So sometimes you're on the ground, sometimes you're not, but you're always in this dude's business.
All right. And then Locris is going to look at him and say, I prettied up your skull with the mark of Gethmara. Now let me do it to this one too. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use Giant's Might to increase my size to a large and go walloping.
Okay, I'm gonna say your increase in size kind of expels you from the same place, and you guys are now standing toe to toe. So go ahead and give me some attack rolls as you grow in height. Becoming a large creature. This skeletal version of the hammer still kind of towers over you a little bit. He still has you by like 5, maybe 6 feet.
Both D8s. Or
8.
both 28. Eh. And both damage dice are 7, so that's going to be right. 9 doubled is 18 plus 14 is 14 plus 18 is 32 plus Giant's Might, which is going to be an additional 5, so that's 37 plus my charisma modifier on each, which is another 10. So that becomes 47. Yep, 47 points of piercing damage. Magical.
Damn, very nice.
And via dick, I'm going to use my action surge and take 2 more swings.
Excellent, perfect, good use of it for sure.
Oh, and that's going to be a 32 to hit
Oh yeah, that hits.
and another nat 20.
Oh, very nice. Another hit and a crit. Boy, you're hitting and critting a
And
lot
then,
this sesh. Nice.
and then another Eldritch Smite on that one.
Oh
These
hell
new
yeah.
dice the fam got me for Father's Day is really doing it.
They're coming in clutch, and they are forever banned after this session.
All right, so we'll do the normal first. Fucking one. All right, the D8's not as good. All right, so let's see, that's 10, 15, 17 points of piercing damage, magical. And let's try this
Okay.
D8. Oh, wait. That's right, it's 14 D8, so we'll just use Avery. Plus 2d6 for the giant might. Plus 9, 14. 88 points of magical piercing plus force damage.
Damn. You're gonna make me math, bro. Hold on a second. I'm fucking around. I'm busting out a calculator. Okay. Damn. Nicely played. A couple of well laid blows just kind of topple this creature. Like he takes a knee almost from your critical hit as some of the bones crack. And though his bones are like a silvered, almost a silvered marble, like when they crack, unlike the floor, they do not seem to heal.
And then I'm going. Oh no, I think. Anybody know if Second Wind is a bonus action? But so I don't have to look it up. Or is it a free action like Action Surge?
I believe Second
Uh,
Wind
it's
is a
a-
bonus action for fighters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
action.
bonus action.
Yep. All right. Then yeah. Locris is just going to smile at him. After all of that, and then just give him one of those little kisses.
He growls.
And that will end my turn.
All right. After Locris, the god Nerul. He is kind of observing the battlefield, and though he is on the shoulder pauldron of this creature, once Blade jumps to the maw, suddenly, you don't see him move. He doesn't have like this incredible speed or anything. He is just there, next to you, Blade. And once again, he reaches out. That one is going to be an even 30 to hit, Blade.
Oh God. 30.
30.
I don't like that. Can I maybe do some cutting words at him?
Yeah, for sure. What do you need? What's your AC? How much do you got to roll?
8.
Oh, not bad. You're rolling like a D12. You got a chance.
There's a chance. Yeah, he's just gonna be like, "Don't even try it, you overgrown boner." Oh, please, love of God. Oh. And
10. Oh, nice. Okay. So as this god doesn't seem to be like in a hurry. He doesn't seem to be in a rush. He doesn't have like a battle stance. He just stands there next to you and just kind of casually reaches out in your direction. As he kind of stretches forward, his bony hand, like just pure glossy white, as he reaches for you, just kind of casually. And you, being a seasoned adventurer, take a step back and dodge, dodge, parry, and his casual attempt at touching you fades. Like he misses. He cocks his head. Interesting. And makes, as a bonus action, makes an attack with his scythe.
oh, goddamn.
That one is 29.
I ain't talking my way out of this one.
With that, he strikes at you with the scythe, and you take 35 points of necrotic damage. Not only do you take 35 points of damage, your maximum hit points are lowered by 35 as well. On top of that, this is the type of necrotic energy that lingers. You cannot receive the benefits of any healing until the beginning of Nehrul's next turn.
Oh, I don't like. No. I'm gonna get in that thing's mouth. Get away from this fucker.
So, kind of standing on this thing's maw, gazing at you. He's standing toe to toe with a god. We'll move on down. That'll be Gladier. You are up. Gladier, blinded, restrained. You're struggling in the crushing esophagus and digestive tract of this massive creature. How do you proceed?
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, after taking like 72 damage from the chomp, I lost concentration on my Shining Smite, so that sucks. But I have more. Am I like restrained? Can I attack normally, or do I have like some sort of disadvantage on attacking?
You definitely have disadvantage on attacks. You are blinded and restrained. So it's hard to move. You could still crack off a good swing, but yeah, it's a tight quarters. Everything's dark. You're kind of compressed together in this creature's entrails.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a spell I could use, but I feel like the const, and I feel like Glader would know this as well. I don't think this is metagaming. It's a con save, and I'm pretty sure a giant fucking Tarask would be easy to notice as a character in the game that it probably has really good constitution. So I think I'm not going to do that.
I mean, I'll give you a freebie perception check.
Which I have advantage on, and a +7 now.
Oh yeah, that took 19 levels, but you did it.
That's a natural fucking 20 for 27.
I'm gonna say, despite being inside this creature, you can hear the muffled blows and feel combat outside. With a natural 20 perception check, you would know that your friends might have ways of reducing this creature's constitution. You hear familiar spells crack off, and you can assume that your friends are doing what they can on the outside.
Give him hell.
All right. Fuck it. It's my last 5th level spell. Fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. I need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Destructive Wave. So he just kind of like he's low-key panicking a little bit because he's confined and he can't really move. He like tries to like start to wind up to like swing his sword, and he feels like he can't really get a good swing on it, so he's starts to panic for a second, and then he just kind of like calm washes over him when he hears his friends, the striking from the outside, and he takes a deep breath and holds on to his amulet of Palor, and he starts to just glow, and it just kind of like pulses out until like just getting brighter and brighter until it kind of like just bursts. This divine energy bursts out from around him. So the language of the spell is you strike the ground, creating a burst of divine energy that ripples outward from you. Each creature within Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 5d6 thunder damage as well as 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage, your choice, and be knocked prone. A creature that succeeds on its saving throw takes half as much damage and isn't knocked prone. So yeah, you just giant, just kind of like sonic boom of like energy just bursts out from around him inside of this Tarrasque's throat.
So a 4 on the dice combined with Blade's little magic and the con modifier, it ends up being an 8. So that's a fail.
It's a fail. Okay, so that's yeah. Oh shit. All right. 5d6.
Wait. I'm going to use one of this creature's
legendary
resistances and choose to pass instead.
Oh, okay, that's fair. All right, it's still half damage. So 5d6 thunder damage. I'll roll that first. It's 7 plus more die. Oh shit! So that's 18 thunder damage, and then I'll choose radiant for the next 5d6. So 18 thunder. Plus another 18 radiant damage.
Okay, another 18 here.
And then bonus action. I'm assuming I'm still inside of him.
Correct. You light the area briefly and cause some damage. The beast rumbles in a bit of pain, but you still continue to be digested.
Oh, God. Can I make? Probably would be an action, but like, could I make any sort of like try and move out of here, like crawl upwards? Or would that be an action to try and break a restraint type deal?
That would definitely be an action.
Okay, that's fair. Well then I'm just going to this action. I have a potion of superior healing, so I'll roll that out. Is it 8d4 plus 8? 8d4 plus 8. 20. I thought, Blade, you rolled that, or I saw your previous 10, and I thought that's what I rolled for my fucking 8d4 plus 8, and I was going to be so sad, but that doesn't make sense. Okay. So 29 healing. Yeah, I guess he's just chilling for right now. Did a little more damage. Hopefully, it gets him closer to escaping.
All right. With that, I guess moving on down to the Tarrasque. At the beginning of the Tarrasque's turn, swallowed creature, you take a whopping. Oh damn, it's actually pretty rough. I'm gonna type that one out because I don't have that many d6s. So, good luck to you, buddy. You take a. Ooh, I rolled a lot of ones. You're lucky. You take a whopping 39 acid damage as this creature's internal organs begin to digest your person. Immediately after that, so I'm gonna go after Gladier's turn. I'm going to use a legendary action of the Tarrasque to make another attack on, I guess Morcant is up in his face, so we're gonna see that through first. That is a 21 to hit.
A 21, and that's with the
Oh, you
minus.
know what? No, -6 from the 21. So that is what? 15? No. Yeah, 14? 15? 14. I think that's a miss.
Yeah, it's a miss. Yeah, regardless.
Damn, I rolled another 3 on the dice. Wow. Okay, I'm switching dice. Fuck that. This one. So instead of being the normal plus 19 is actually a plus 13, which still leaves it at a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 will hit.
Okay, a claw attack from the creature. 28 more slashing damage to Morcant.
Goddamn. Okay.
And that was attack 3. Let's see. No. Okay, one of those attacks was a claw attack as a legendary action. The Tarrasque's turn proper. The bite attack was a miss. One of the claw attacks was a miss. One of the claw attacks was a hit. So he still has a horn and a tail attack. Horn attack comes in at a 23 to hit. I assume that's going to hit.
Yes.
That is 32 points of piercing damage.
I'm pretty sure the first, so 32?
Correct.
And that previous hit was 29.
28.
28. Yep, that's gonna drop. More can't.
Morcan just kind of explodes into sparkles as the final hit strikes down upon him. No carcass, no body, just gone. He's going to use his remaining tail attack. I'm gonna roll between Renwick and the other dragon. Looks like Renwick it is. I'll be making this with disadvantage due to Renwick's cloak. Even with disadvantage, I don't think it's gonna hit. 18 hits, Renwick? No?
Definitely not.
This creature whips its spiky tail in your general vicinity, but not quite finding any purchase. And with that, and another great roar rips through the battlefield. We will move on down to the bottom of the round, which is Renwick. You are up. I'll drop a pick in the feed. There's a lot going on around here.
It seems that way. So Blade had seemingly flown Gabrielter to a point where he could sort of jump up onto the Tarrasque at the height of it. Would I be able to do the same?
Yes. Gabrielter was not commanded to go anywhere. While while Blade stands toe to toe with Nerul, the god of death, you are a simple 5 feet away. Like you could potentially make melee attacks from where you are on this god of death. That's how you're not on him, but you're floating very, very close to him. The Tarrasque. I mean.
Yeah, I think I want to free Gabrielter up for him to move away. I don't want to see him get crushed. I know he's like a summoned steed, but at the same time, we've got history, and I prefer a close and personal approach. So I think as Blade sort of like jumps off, Renwick just takes one good like look at the situation and pats Gabrielter and says, "Be well, friend." And just sort of like swan dives off and tries to land right next to Nerul, I guess, if he can, and wants to tee off.
Yeah, I'll say with your like nimbleness feature that lets you pass through larger creatures, you can easily get make a dive through Blade's legs onto the maw of this massive beast, and now you and Blade stand shoulder to shoulder, well, shoulder to hip, I guess, but nonetheless toe to toe with Nehru.
It's fair. And then yeah, if I could just shift to where Blade is, there's 5 feet between Blade and I. Or in a perfect world, if I could flank Nayrul with Blade to get the bonus. If I can't flank, I just want to position myself where there's 5 feet in between Blade and I so that I can proc my swashbuckler feet so that I can get my sneak attack off.
Okay, give me either an athletics or an acrobatics check as you kind of move around on the maw of this creature. Let's see how much movement you have.
Actually, because there's an ally within 5 feet, I don't believe that I have to move. I should just be able to swing at Nayrul with my sneak attack regardless. Although, if I go for this dex check to like move through, would you give me the flanking bonus?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take the risk then. So just a flat dex check, or do you want anything specific?
I would accept an athletics or acrobatics check to see how well your footing is on this creature. I mean, keep in mind, this creature is actively fighting other creatures. It is very large, so it's totally possible, but definitely got to see how well your footing is as you maneuver around the head of this massive beast.
That seems fair. Keep in mind that I am a level 20 rogue. I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. That's actually a natty 19 for a 36.
Oh yeah! Not only do you like do this sweet swan dive, like one-handed cartwheel of a like roll slash flip, it looks badass. Like you look like a fucking hero as you do it. But yes, you manage to flank Nerul. He stands staring at Blade, and you behind him.
Okay. And yeah, once I land there, I guess with the flanking bonus, I'm gonna take 2 swings with advantage.
All right.
Let's hope this fancy new rapier does some cool shit. Because unfortunately, my badass spell is gone forever, and I'll never get to cast it. But with the plus 14, first hit's a nat 20. Second is a nat 18 for a 32.
Okay, both of those hit. And
All right,
of
so
course, you got to be the one. I mean, it was your 7th level spell that revealed the creature, the Tarask's strength, that he was kind of immune to ray spells. So it's not a complete loss of a 7th level spell.
That is fair. We learned something. I'll take that.
At the same time, you learned something else during this attack. While a nat 20 absolutely hits, Nerul, the god of death, just happens to be immune to critical hits. As you get up in there and drive your blades through the robe, find purchase in his bones, there is nothing critical to hit. His bones, solid and sturdy, while they may chip and spark and fracture, there are no guts. There is no living entity within. It does not have a critical point of pain or anything close to it.
Okay, that checks. I'll take it though. It's still 2 solid hits. First hit is also going to contain my sneak attack. And I rolled fucking rocks on that. Holy shit. All right. So there's 35. 43 points of damage. Sorry. 48 points of damage. And I need a con save from you. I actually need 2 con saves, DC 19, since I hit twice.
Okay. Both pass.
Okay, fair enough. So no cold damage, but you do take hex damage on top of that. So it'll be 49 points for the first attack. And the second attack is going to do an additional 10 damage. So 59 points of damage from the rapier. And I don't really have a bonus action that's going to apply here, I don't think. Oh, actually, I could take a hand crossbow shot for funsies. So,
Heck yeah.
fuck it. Why not? Might as well maximize this. So he takes 2 stabs with the rapier, and then he's going to fire off the crossbow. And that's going to be 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Oh, okay. Sick. And I'm going to convert this shot to radiant damage per my hand crossbow, the Twin Goddess. So all of this damage will count as radiant damage.
Okay.
And of course, I roll a fucking 1. So that's 8 radiant damage.
All right.
And that, I believe, will do it.
All right. Getting into the fray. Attacking him when he's not looking, getting some good sneak attack damage in there, firing some radiant energy, what you imagine to be the opposite of the god of death. I think this is usually where we call it, but let's go one more round of combat, fellas, and then we will call this particular sesh. We'll get out of here in the next 20-30 minutes for sure. I know you East Coasters are pushing it late.
For what it's worth, as long as Alec and Will are good out of respect for them, I'm fine. I don't have to get up early or anything. I'm kind of just coasting.
It's pretty crazy that y'all are. I wish they would cancel my job for a heat wave. It's like 100 degrees outside. They're like, good luck. Here's some water.
Yeah, it happens like once a year, and ironically enough, Friday is literally just as bad, but they won't do it for both days. So at least we get one day off in the heat. I'm gonna go to a friend's house that has air conditioning and camp up. So
Yeah, I can do one more round.
All right. So after Renwick's turn, before we go to the top of the round proper, the Tarask is going to use another legendary action and make a bite attack on the Sapphire Dragon. So I'm probably looking to Low Chris or Logos. Somebody's got the stat block. Who's keeping track of the hit points?
I'm
I
gonna be
wrote him
honest with you.
down.
All right, thank God.
Okay. So the bite attack is going to be 30 to hit, which I imagine is going to hit. And it is 36 piercing damage. I guess technically magic piercing damage.
Let me make sure he doesn't have any specials. 17. Nope, nothing special. Okay.
All right. The dragon, being a large creature, is now also snatched up by this Tarask, and it is in its maw. The sapphire dragon struggles as the teeth of the Tarask close down upon it. Back to the top of the round, that will be Logos. You are up. You are, standing, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You're 30, maybe 35 feet away from the Tarask and all this unfolding. Behind you, Locris is going toe-to-toe with this giant skeletal dragonborn, and in front of you, the rest of your party is either engaging the Tarask, Nerul, or becoming dinner.
I can't quite remember the precedent that we set for this, but Logus is gonna pull out. He has a scroll of banishment in his inventory, and I'm gonna cast that at the Tarask.
Okay. And what do you need from me? Con or charisma or something?
Charisma 19.
19 on the die, but hold on, let me look. No, it's a +0.
No,
Sorry, man. God, I'm fucking rolling rocks.
Jesus Christ, man. You just see the scroll fizzle and like shed in the air, kind of like when Ron Weasley gets that letter that yells at him, just rips itself up. And
That's sad.
okay. Uh I guess how far away am I from the Tarask and everything?
I'd say there's 30 feet between you and the Tarask.
I don't put a little more, a little more distance between me and that thing. Move. I want to move towards more like Locris and the silver and the hammer.
Okay, you got like 40 feet of movement. How close do you want to get? You can get right up in melee if you'd like.
No, I'll kind of just put in a buffer, like kind of to where I can help if he needs it. But I'm gonna be focusing. I'm gonna bonus action starry form that Taras.
Okay, yeah. Make an attack roll.
Actually, I'm just gonna fire this back at Nayrul.
Okay, for sure.
We're looking at, dude, this whole, you should have fucking called it, dude. This whole turn is I rolled a nat one. So that's my turn, I guess, whatever.
Flies wide, unfortunately. Bounces off the carapace of the creature.
We could have called it at 10 and I would have saved all my shit for tomorrow or next week. All right, that's my turn.
All right, moving down. Blade, you stand upon this beast directly in front of the god of death. How do you proceed?
Oh boy. Man, I don't know. Can I get a look at this Tarask again, just to like kind of see how he's doing? Like, is this guy getting close to burping up Gladiator? I know he's got a dragon in his mouth.
I'll accept insights, medicine check, survival check.
Okay. Let's do, I guess, medicine just for shits and giggles. It's all the same. Fuck yeah. No, 20 for 23.
Unfortunately, Blade, as you go to recall, a belch escapes from your maw. Apples, sweet. A cider, perhaps? Your natural 20 is reduced to a critical failure. You notice nothing in particular about this creature.
All right.
Your hell curse kicking in. The flavor of the beer from the bar in hell kind of erupts, turning your next natural 20 into a critical failure.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. There it is. Well,
At least it was a freebie. I'll give you that one. You still have your turn, but you got it out of the way.
no, I lucked out. Okay. So, like, strange. Um I guess I'm going to um you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to crack off another is I guess if it's how big is this guy's fucking head? I want to cast off another shatter on him, but I just don't want to knock Renwick.
Oh, this creature is huge. Gigantic, in fact. I think the stat block, you could definitely crack off a shatter without hurting anybody else.
Okay, perfect. I'll again just aim it right between his eyes. I'll kind of like look at death itself there, and then be like, "I'll be after you in a second," and then crack off a shatter right between this fucker's eyes.
Okay, great. Con save from me, correct?
Con save with disadvantage.
Oh, and the -6. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay. Critical fail. I got an 8 and a 1, so that you got her again. See, I roll ones
Okay.
against Bladen's magic, but I roll fucking rocks against everyone else in the party, bro.
Okay, so we are going to be looking at. I'm going to cast this at 6th level. I think. I just want to confirm that is the case. Yes, 6th level. So that'll be 78. For 40 points of thunder damage.
Very nice. All right.
And let's see. I guess, man, this fucking death guy. I'm going to attempt to move Gabrielter from like, instead of like being like facing this creature, I'm gonna have him kind of swing around and kind of almost move like kind of not to the back of his head because I know this guy's huge, but kind of like on the other side, almost kind of like, or I'd see like we'd be like, I don't know, putting death itself in the middle of us. Like I guess swing around on the other side of the head. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Okay, yeah. You can float around to the other side of the head. Gives, 15, 20 feet of movement. And he's now on the other side of the Tarask.
Perfect. And then I will I guess I will give a little bit of inspo to Renwick as a bonus.
Very nice. How does the inspo come along?
Oh god, I haven't thought of this. Renwick, with your big eye, unsheath your blade and kill this guy.
Very nice. I like it.
He just sort of
And
looks out and he goes, "My eyes are the same size and my sword's already out, but I really appreciate it." As
you
he's
get the gist.
staring
It
down the
rhymed.
spot of death.
His
It's all about
Kraken
the
eye
rhyme.
goes fucking crazy for a minute. It's looking up and left and right in all directions.
Yeah, so Renwick's got a D12, and I will end my turn since Morcant has gone on vacay.
Oh, poor Morcant. Great intro, though. Moving on down the hammer. Seeing Locris's skill and prowess in battle, we'll crack off a couple of hits as well. We're looking at a 23, a 24, and a 22 to hit. 22, 23, 24 to hit.
23 just hits, 24 hits, 22 just misses.
All right. With that, a couple more blows from the mighty hammer. Where is that other D8? Okay. There it is. The first attack, that will be 19 points of bludgeoning damage. The second attack comes with, what is that?
I'm sorry, Sean.
Go ahead.
Can I use a cutting words to nix one of those?
I don't know what's the difference. I mean, what's the range on cutting words? You guys are kind of on opposite ends of the
Oh,
battlefield.
you guys are far away. Fuck. 60 feet?
Let's count. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. You are exactly 60 feet away, you lucky son of a bitch.
Fuck.
Yeah, you can, for sure.
I think one was a 24. Was that the one? I know you have the high AC.
No,
22, 23, and 24. 22 missed, but there is a 23 and a 24.
23 just hit. So even a one-off misses.
Okay, yeah. So either one of those.
Okay, so on top of the regular damage you took, Locris, I am also going to pump a necrotic smite into that. I'm gonna roll that one in chat because I don't have that many d10s handy.
In that case, I'm going to use a reaction to roll a d6
Okay.
on that hit.
All right. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, that misses. I will read you the exact language.
Oh no, I recall. Okay, yeah, you burn your reaction, and all of his try as he might, all he does is strike this pristine marble floor. Sparks fly as he does so, but he is not quite. You're a little bit more lithe than him. He is large, cumbersome, bulky. Cannot seem to find purchase with his hammer. Try as he might. That's it for him. Move it out down. Locris, this hammer's coming at you hard and furious, but not finding any purchase. How do you react?
Can I get an idea of how he's looking, health-wise and emotional?
Yeah, I'll give you a freebie. Go ahead and give me an insight or medicine check.
It's a +1 that way. 17.
You're not 100% on like the god of death's minions, but this one's looking rough. Lots of splinters and cracks in a lot of various places. His giant bones still holding together, but for how much longer, you're not sure.
All right. In that case, I am going to allow a. I want to. Spirit trap. What the hell are? All right. So yeah, you watch as seeing all these attacks end up missing due to this, that, and the other reason. Locris just smiles at him, and from the skulls on the weapon, you see yellowish, kind of that sickly yellow, though, just start pouring out of the 25 mouths across the handle as I cast Spirit Shroud, which calls for spirits of the dead that flit around me for the spell's duration, so up to a minute. And it's going to be radiant damage. So it deals an extra 2d8 radiant damage when I hit a creature within 10 feet of me. Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of their next turn, and it has its speed reduced by 10 feet.
Oh, nicely done.
And we're going to go walloping.
All right. Give me some attack rolls as you summon these spirit guardians to your aid.
Shit, that one was horrible. 16 and a 19.
Unfortunately, he parries both of those blows with his mighty hammer.
Yeah, that's bonus action in action, so. Yeah. We'll save the playing for the next round.
For sure. All right.
That ends my turn.
All right. That brings us to Nerul. Silent for most of this fight, he overlooks the battlefield and he looks back to Blade and he shakes his head. Once again, he reaches for you, Blade. That's going to be a lot. That is 33 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
He reaches out and lays a single bony finger on your chest. Blade, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God, 23.
23. Alas. He reaches out and sets a single bony finger on your chest and says one word. Die. Blade, you are immediately reduced to 0 hit points, and you fall from the Tarask.
Oh, no.
I'm going to say you do take fall damage, but it is not enough to double your life and kill you outright. But you automatically lose a single death save, as not only does he lay his finger upon you and claim your life, you're now making death saving throws as you plummet to the ground and crash prone in front of the Tarask. And with that, he draws the scythe, or not the scythe, the sickle from his belt. He turns behind him and strikes at Renwick. Even with disadvantage, natural 20 that you totally screwed me out of, but 17 on the die still becomes, what is that? A lot, 36.
Yeah, that's a miss, buddy.
A 36? I mean, you're pretty good. But
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. Renwick, he whooshes this sickle through your person. Go ahead and roll me a d6. We're going to determine what bucks you up right now.
Just a flat D6, huh?
Just a flat d6.
All right. Well, that's a 5.
Okay. 5 would be your wisdom modifier. I'm going to roll another die here. Your wisdom modifier is reduced, or your wisdom score overall is reduced by 4 points. This is permanent until actions are taken to reverse it. You've permanently lost 4 ability score points out of wisdom.
Is
4?
would how
4.
how far down am I in this Tarask?
I'm gonna
Are
say
they within 30? Am I within 30 feet of the head where they were standing?
not anymore. You're not. You've been swallowed proper.
Okay. Am I within 30 feet of Blade now collapsed on the ground at the bottom of the Tarask? Probably not, but maybe.
I'd say not quite. You're right in no man's land.
Okay. All right.
With that, Renwick, the sickle actually does no damage. It pierces. It glides right through your person, tugging at something unseen within you, but does not. It glides in and glides out. Does not actually do hit point damage.
Fuck's sake. But no saving throw? Just if it hits AC, it just takes 4 points of a different skill?
Yeah, it's a 1d6 to determine what skill, and it is a second d6 to determine how much you are reduced by. If any of your skills become 0, problems. Like Constitution, for instance, you just die. No death saves.
Jesus Christ.
With that, Nerul kind of focuses his gaze on this tiny halfling standing up to him. And we turn our focus to the guts of this creature. Gladier, you are moving swiftly through this digestive system.
Oh.
Tell me
I
how
need
you
to get the fuck
proceed.
out. All right, I'm gonna do. I need to get out of here. I need to get him to fucking puke me up. So I'm going to cast. Third level spell, Shining Smite. It's a bonus action. And then I'm gonna take my 2 attacks with my sword.
All right, from the inside of this beast, dark and
Yep.
restrained. You'll have to make them with disadvantage, but cut your way through what you can.
It's 21 to hit.
Alas, from within this creature, 21 does not hit. Your blade slicks and slimes through the guts, so it does not find any purchase.
Swing again. It's a 26.
That'll hit.
Okay. All right. So that is for the sword. 1d8 9. Get fucking d8 out. Nope, that's the wrong dice. That's my d10. Jesus. There's my d8. Sorry. It's a 5 plus 9, so that's 14 slashing damage. Plus 8 radiant. That's 5. That's 19 for the just the sword. 19 damage for the sword. Shining Smite is 3d6 radiant damage. And the Trask is now shedding a bright light in a 5-foot radius. Attack rolls against it have advantage, and it can benefit from the invisible condition as long as I hold concentration for up to 1 minute. So 3d6 is 4, 3, 5. That is 9, 12 more points of radiant damage. And I'm going to pump a Divine Smite into this. I'll burn a 3rd level spell slot for Divine Smite. What just happened? Why did my computer just do some dumb shit?
My computer does me like that all the time.
Yeah. Alright, Divine Smite, that's a d8. I did a 3rd level spell, so Divine Smite, I think that's just 3 extra d8. Yeah. 2d8. No, 48, because it's 2d8 for a 1st level spell slot plus 1d8. Everything. Yeah, so 4 extra d8 of radiant damage. So that's a 5. Plus 3 is 8. Plus 5 is 13. Plus 7 is 20. An extra 20 points of radiant damage. I hope you were keeping track because I did not.
You.
Okay.
All right, so that would be a whopping. That would make that 32. That would make that 42 plus was 9, 50, 51. Okay. So, as you release just a powerful blast of radiant energy, rumble in this creature's guts. Nothing. Those of you outside, standing near the maw, the creature seems to belch smoke from its interior, leaking from its nose.
Okay. Last night. That was, yeah, bonus action to cast a spell, 2 attacks, can't move. Stuck.
Alright. After Gladier's turn, as a legendary action, that's a lot. Well, technically, Blade -6, so it's not as much as I thought. 27. The Tarask chomps the dragon in its maw and swallows it whole as well. The dragon takes an additional. Let me double check that. Yeah, okay. This one's the next one. 36 points of piercing damage, as it is also swallowed whole. So, dragon and Gladier swallowed by the Tarask. It is now the Tarask's turn. Prappa. Let's see here. Well, Renwick is on its head, dealing with its master. Blade is down on the ground in front of it. It's going to move to attack. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet. And it is going to take a series of attacks at Logos. First attack is going to be a bite attack. Fuck, that a lot. 19 and 18. Oh no, technically, because the blade's -6, it's a little less than I thought. So it's still a 31 to hit. Logos, you take 38 points of piercing damage as this creature bites you. You are also caught in this creature's maw. It snatches you off the battlefield and into its jaws. I can't repeat the bite attack on its turn, at least not yet, until I get to a legendary action. So, let's see here. The 40 feet of movement. All I need to do is take another step, and that puts Locris in line for a couple of attacks as well. Okay. Locris, a couple of claw attacks coming your way. So they're +13, not +19. The first attack is a 24 with the one claw, and the other's a 19. I think the 19 misses, but 24 coming in
19
hot.
misses.
28 points of damage.
Noted.
With that, there is also a headbutt attack. Fucking hell. +13, not 19, but still it's 31. The tail attack, Locris strikes you. It does an additional 24 points of damage, and I need a strength save to see if you can stay on your feet.
Okay, and I get advantage on that from the Giant's Might. Yeah.
We're looking at a DC 20.
29.
Perfect. You stay on your feet for the final attack, which is a horn attack. Even with the -6, it's an even 30. I rolled like 17, 18, 18, 18, 19. Like, I've been fucking dropping hammers, dude. that final attack there, look, Chris. What is
I
it?
am going to use uh the cloud rune and transfer that attack to the hammer. So
Oh,
same roll, same damage.
okay, okay. Let me double check here. Yeah, all right. All right, perfect. The cloud rune comes in clutch as this creature's horns are redirected into your other enemy, and it almost breaks him. Several of his bones in his rib cage go flying, and though despite not having internal organs, he looks as if he is breathing heavily, struggling to remain on his feet. That is that. So, let me take this last pick. Renwick, bottom of the round, my friend. Things are looking dire. You have Locris going toe to toe with the hammer. The Tarask has eaten Gladier, has eaten the Sapphire Dragon. It has Logos in its maw, preparing to be swallowed as well. And you stand toe to toe on the brim of this massive toothy maw, staring into the eyes of the god of death. So tell me how you proceed. Did we lose Ramwick? We stayed up too late?
Sorry,
Okay.
I was just muted. No, I said, well, fuck it. I was trying to think through how I could do something out of this. Gladier is still trying to cut his way out of the Tarrasque, correct?
Correct.
Just want to confirm. So,
Gladier and the Sapphire Dragon are now kind of in the same predicament of trying to get out of the Tarask.
oh, fuck. I mean, theoretically, we could attack the Tarrasque from anywhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're standing on it. It's basically ground,
Okay, so if I'm still right next to Nerul, I'm gonna take one attack at Nerul so that I can proc my swashbuckler feat that allows me to step away from Nerul. And I'm basically gonna take one swing at Nerul, use my movement to get away from Nerul, preferably like somewhere, like the skull, the head, eye, even just somewhere like vulnerable nearby since I'm up on the top there. And I'll take my second attack at the Tarrasque, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, give me an attack roll for Nehru.
Am I still flanking with Blade? No, he got pitched
Correct.
from whatever spell that. Do we
Blade.
know what spell that was, by the way? Like, is there any way to like roll Arcana or anything to know what the fuck just happened to Blade?
Yeah, go ahead and give me either an Arcana, an Insight, or a Religion check.
Arcana, Insight, or Religion. Okay, that's still a +5. 13 Insight. Oh wait, I have proficiency, so it's actually a 15.
15 was the DC. You know that Nerul is the god of death, and as the ruler of the god of death, he has a particular set of powers. One of them being the ability to touch someone and claim their life instantly. Blade did not actually die, he's just reduced to 0 hit points and begins death saves, but essentially it's very similar to the dragon's fire breath. He might not have it always, but when he does have it, it's pretty much a one hit, one kill. However, The symptoms might not be as bad should you pass the Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I don't think there's really much I can do for Blade. Unfortunately, I don't have anything for healing that would be applicable. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna take a swing at Nayrul. It's no longer with flanking, which is unfortunate. So the swing at Nayrul is fucking natty 19 for a 33.
Oh, that hits.
I'll need a con save from you, sir.
14 on the die becomes a dirty 20.
Yeah, so you don't take the cold damage, but you will take let's see here. It's gonna be my rapier damage. I'm actually gonna wager that I'm gonna hit the Tarask. I'm gonna take a gamble here and try to get Gladier out of this situation. So I'm just gonna use my sneak attack on the second one. So Nayrul's only gonna take 16 plus the hex, which is 19 damage. And then I would like to basically, now that I've swung at Nayrul, I can shift away from Nayrul without incurring an attack of opportunity. I just want to use my 25 feet of movement to get to a different spot of the Tarask. Since I'm near its head, I guess like we'll say I'm aiming for like I'll just move to its eye if that's possible and within range. I don't know
Yeah,
how
absolutely.
big this thing is.
It's definitely huge.
But
it takes a
yeah,
couple of
Renwick
steps,
takes
but you
like
get there.
a quick like look at Nayrul after he drops Blade, and he says, "You son of a bitch. That was my bard." And he just reaches out and like sticks him one good time with Polaris. And then as he pulls away, he's already like mid sprint and he starts taking off for the Tarask, knowing that Gladier's our healer and he's inside of this thing. And he kind of like slides into place right next to the eye and just takes a slash at the eye of the Tarask. And that's going to be a 24 to hit.
24, alas.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I have Blade's Bardic Inspiration. That's a D12 these days, isn't it?
You're going to need it because 24 just misses.
So that's gonna turn it into a 32.
That one will hit.
Stick, and I'm gonna apply my swashbuckler feat to get my sneak attack here. And I also need a con save from the Tarask just in case.
Okay, I gotta make this one with disadvantage and a -6. So 12 is the lower, -6 actually becomes the 6 plus the 4, so 10.
10, that's a fail, so an additional 2d6 of cold damage. So we're gonna roll this nice big dice pool here. And I really need Gladier to get the fuck out of there, so I'm gonna go ahead and pump an Eldritch Smite into this as well. Hopefully I can do enough damage to get this thing to fucking dislodge Gladier. That is quite the dice pool. Let's see. 34 points of damage plus the Eldritch Smite for an additional 15 points of damage. So I believe it's at 34 and 15, so
34 and
50, 59.
59, very nice.
Or sorry, 49.
49. All right. Yeah, as you plunge your rapier deep into this beast's eye, a howl of pain echoes through the battlefield. But alas, nothing. Nothing erupts from his gullet. Any other bonus action, movement, anything else there, Renwick?
I mean, I suppose I still have a bonus action, so I'll take a shot with my crossbow into the Tarask, still trying to do enough damage to get Gladier the fuck out of there.
All right.
Well, Yeah, I mean, fuck it. It's shit. No, you know what? I have one more radiant charge from my crossbow, so I'll take a hand crossbow shot at Nerul.
Okay.
Natty 19 for a 32, I believe.
Oh, that'll hit for sure.
Yeah, 32. So Nerul is gonna take 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Not bad.
And that's all I got on that one.
All right, and bringing up the bottom of the round after Renwick, the Trask is going to use an additional legendary action to make a tail attack on Locris. Even with the -6, it is a 26 to hit. I assume that hits. That is an additional 20 damage of bludgeoning damage, Locris, and I need another strength saving throw to determine if you stay on your feet or not.
13 plus 9 for a 22.
All right. Not knocked prone, but definitely solidly clubbed by this creature's whipping tail. And that, fellas, I think we're going to go back to the top of the round, but we're going to save that for another day. We're going to put a bookmark in our tale for the time being, gentlemen. That was a rough one, boys. That was a rough one.
To think about the next chapter, you really meant write your eulogies. There is no next chapter for us.
Fucking Blade is dead right now. I'm in the goddamn digestive tract of a Tarask.
Oh. I just
Logus,
figured out
you're in the fucking mouth, so you're about to get swallowed next.
Yeah, I mean, Sean's really just playing the long game here. He waited 3.5 years to show us that you really can't run a full campaign with no actual healer.
Listen,
Paladins
Sean,
are totally actual healers. Yours is just preoccupied.
yours is just what?
I mean, even if he was a cleric, he would still be stomach food.
No,
But I figured it out. We
before
survived.
we...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. As we take this break in the combat and before we get to next session, I just want to apologize for the trolls and loot drop, and if that has anything to do with any of this, just spare Glader, because I'm sorry.
That was kind of
years
the
of my
beginning of
revenge
us.
have been plotted.
Yeah, that was the beginning of us swamping boss battles. That was like our SWAT team moment where we went way too fucking hard, and this is definitely Sean paying us back. I mean, a Tarask plus the God of Death plus a reincarnated evil foe of ours with magical powers. I mean, it really does feel like you really built us up.
Yeah, I'll
just
take the
to
hit
break
for
us
it. No
down.
problem.
At least let Will live.
Oh,
He wasn't
I figured
even
it
there.
out. I have a brand new epilogue. If Locris survives this fight and Blade dies, Locris casts Polymorph to look like Blade and becomes king.
Oh, I
That's
like
a
that.
pretty
Ending.
funny storyline.
That
And then
actually is pretty great.
Yeah, since you no longer have our party, do you just recruit his children several years from now to help take back the land from their rule? I just need to know how to build my backup character for campaign 2.
Polymorphs a bunch of random NPCs to look like each of us and just goes crazy.
That took a
Next campaign is just us being puppeted by Locris.
Locris is just broken and just like that crazy person. He's just like, no, they're all still alive. They survived. They're right here. Can't you see?
Polymorphs one of the commoners to look like, say, Logus, and then just fucking kills him one day. No, that's not what he would have done.
No, it's not even. It's not even commoners. It's the bullywogs.
Oh man.
Oh man, goes back to the bullywogs. I mean, there's one that already has Logus's ears
That was my
via the
champion.
headband.
I will say, you guys have. I mean, we only had what 3 rounds of combat. You guys are pretty fucking impressive. I just tallied all the damage between these 3 characters in 3 rounds. You sons of bitches have done 889 points of damage.
Okay,
Damn.
but ask us how many resources we still have left.
Hopefully
Yeah, right.
none. God damn it.
Yeah, we've
I
I
feel like we
definitely
also-
haven't used
kind of
them.
blew our fucking load in the first couple rounds, hoping that at least one of them would go down, or at least cough Gladier up.
I think I've only done like maybe 100 of that damage.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
haven't
been
done a ton either. I've done a little over
it's
100, maybe.
it's not been great inside the Trask. 0 out of 10
I
stars.
haven't
Would
done
not
shit.
recommend getting swallowed.
It's so
I'm so
warm and
pissed off.
cozy, though.
That one turn, Sean said, let's do one more turn. It was the most fuck ass turn I've ever had in this whole game. I knew it was gonna do
It
shit.
was
To be fair, every
in the
other turn you've had
entire
in this game is like
campaign,
max fucking damage and out damaging
and then
every
you
other
just
class.
rolled dog shit.
No breath weapon, natural one,
It's
succeed
only
on the
fair that
thing.
Logos gets 20 levels of being the most like min-maxed fucking character ever and then flops in the final battle. You had to finally stumble, buddy.
Couldn't even get the breath weapon. Nothing, dude. That shit sucked, bro.
That was pretty funny. I mean, also sad because I'm dying, but it was also funny.
At least Gladier has a family reunion to look forward to.
Jesus.
Oh god.
That's fair. I mean, hey, if you take that, like, use an action to take that potion of Queenskin, at least you'll look nice and young when you meet your family again.
It's like they remembered you.
Would you recognize
I
them?
mean,
Your perception was awful.
No, he
yeah.
finally got proficiency in that. That's why the 20th level is going to get him killed.
Yeah.
He took LASIK instead of, like bonus skill points.
But did he ever see them correctly?
I probably won't even recognize my family even if I saw them in the afterlife.
If we could lose one character, I mean, what does Gladier have beyond this? I mean, he's kind of lost everything. If we could afford to lose one.
I may or may not have a half orc child.
May
I
not.
think I think my perception saw that it was half elf as well. I think it's Blade's kid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It comes out looking like Blade.
You
I did
son
actually
of a
have a
bitch.
note to check in with Sean about what we saw and like whether or not it was definitely going to be Gladier's baby. But that being said, I didn't try to save Gladier to save Gladier. I tried to save Gladier because Gladier is the only one who can save Blade. So save the bard, save the party,
If it's my child,
Well,
I'm going to take care
there
of
you
him.
go, Alec. Now you know that Gladier is worth less than Blade.
Yeah, I
I
know
mean,
where I stand now.
Blade has been the focal point of this campaign for like the last 10 levels. So I think that's pretty common knowledge.
I'm just the meat shield. It's fine.
Hey man, we all know our place. All I do is distract people because they can't hit me, but I can't hit them. I just soak up hits. That's my job. We all have our place.
All right, fellas, let's do this crazy thing again soon. The conclusion to our battle next week, sometime. Yes.
Fuck's sake,
Yeah, I need to
Sean.
write
I
two
didn't think it
different
would end in
types
a
of endings.
TPK, man.
Might take a sick week. I don't know. I'm pretty stressed out.
Yeah, I might have to do the same. We know it's gonna end and not in our favor, so we might as well stretch this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a will for Glader and then also a nice happy ending if he survives, but it's probably gonna be the will that you guys get.
It's cute that you think that we'll be alive to accept the will.
Somebody will get it. Somebody's gotta survive. Dead man tell no tales. Somebody has to tell the tale.
Gabrielter.
I thought we already figured it out. Locris survives. He goes crazy and creates clones of you guys.
But how mad would Locris be if Glader bequeathed everything to Gabrielter in his will?
Locris would take control of Gabrielter,
Yep.
manipulate
Actually, no,
it
yeah.
into taking all his crap, and then kill Gabrielter.
That actually sounds about right. That sounds on par.
He's skittish. He wouldn't be near anyone. Except
Oh, but
me.
I could true polymorph Log into a female donkey.
Oh, that's true. That would do it.
Possibilities are endless. Locris is out of control.
Gabrielter will sit upon the throne of Hatma and Gethmara and just knee-haw at a bunch of Dragonborns, and they're going to look at each other dumbstruck, not knowing what to do.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here. I got to eat some dinner.
Yeah,
All
good
right, see
night,
you, boys.
guys. We'll
Take it easy,
attempt to
guys.
at least have one of us not die next week.
Yeah.
That would be great. It'd suck to get all the way to level 20 and then fuck it up at the end.
Yeah, I just want one person to live to tell the story. If we all go out in a heroic battle like this, then so be it. But fuck's sake, one of us has to live on.
Well, I mean, if we all die, Navril wins, and nobody's going to be around for the story anyway.
Yeah, that's a fair
It's
point.
also a valid point.
I guess
You
we
know,
can take
Gladir,
solace in that, you know.
you think your god would be more hands-on on the fact that there's a god fucking with the material plane.
Yeah,
He's
well,
up
he's
there
got
doing
what
jack all.
fucking 3 gods? None of them decide to show?
2. And one of them betrayed me and started helping out my enemies. So really,
I
I
mean,
only
even
have
the
one.
fucking the Kraken showed up. Jurassic somewhat showed up.
Yo, where the fuck is
Paylor
Paylor, man?
That's a
fucking.
great question.
Sounds like Paylor's a little bitch. Although
I
it
mean,
does
even
I
explain
would
a
what's
have
his
lot.
worked
name?
if I survived the Trask.
What's his name? Even Zerioltal betrayed his dragon friends to come and help us.
He
Paylor.
gave up immortality, and your fucking god can't just pop in for an afternoon.
I don't know why you guys are yelling at me about it. I don't decide what he does.
Because
These are
you're the healer,
questions you need
man.
to
I don't know.
answer.
We need somebody to blame. You're the scapegoat.
Message Sean all week and beg that Paylor comes down and helps.
Hell.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here, brothers.
All right, see you guys.
Take it easy,
Later.
Good
fellas.
night,
everyone.
guys.
Yeah.